Hi Gemini, this is Power and Light Tarot. Thanks for coming to your reading for the time period November 15th through the end of the month. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I just want to take a moment to thank all the subscribers thus far. You guys are awesome. And, you know, trying to bring you readings with insight, you know, to help you in your daily life as well. For those who, you know, who resonate with the readings, okay? So I do have at the bottom of the deck for you is the Knight of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles. So, you know, I feel like, you know, there's some situation going on regarding money or stability. Could just be stability in, you know, in general here, which can talk about love or money really. But let's get started here. I'm going to pull some oracle cards here. Slow myself down a little bit here. What does Gemini need to know in the month of the latter part of November? What does Gemini need to know? What is the wisdom for Gemini, please? So we have prosperity and practical intuition. Okay, so yeah, prosperity, you know, I just mentioned those pentacles that were showing up. Let's get one more card here. What does Gemini need to know? What does Gemini need to know for the latter part of November, please? And you have truth. So, you know, this practical intuition card is showing up here, okay? Use your intuition, Gemini. I really think that's key for you during this time period, because here you have the Hermit and the High Priestess showing up next to each other in what's crossing you, okay? And this is all about intuition and soul searching and, you know, going within and a thirst for knowledge, spiritual knowledge about what may be affecting you and how you can better drive your life, so to speak, okay? So let's get started. The star is showing up in your overall energy, Gemini. I have the Eight of Wands here is what's crossing you. The Devil is why it's all happening. The Queen of Wands is the recent past. Nine of Cups is what's consciously affecting you. Six of Pentacles is in your near future. The Moon is how you're seeing yourself. The Sun is your environment. The Four of Swords is showing up in your hopes and fears. It's in the reverse. And we have the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse as the outcome. Okay, so you got something really compelling going on here. You know, Gemini, and this is probably, it does have to do with money, I believe, because prosperity was showing up in your oracle card. But, you know, there's some deep spirituality that you are trying to manifest, you know, to help you with your life. This is how this looks, okay? You may not be realizing it. I mean, even soul searching, you know, the Hermit card showing up over here, and soul searching itself is spiritual, okay? Some people may not see it that way, but it really is, okay? Now, your star, the star, is showing up here in the overall energy with the Wheel of Fortune and the King of Wands. You could be dealing with an Aquarian possibility or Sagittarian here. The Wheel of Fortune is here, and that is Sagittarius. The King of Wands is here as well, and that is Aries, Leo, or Sag. But, you know, the overall energy is a wish. Okay, so it could be healing here, but I feel like it's a wish. We have the Nine of Cups showing up twice in your reading here, and that is also, you know, about a wish fulfillment, or at least trying to attempt that, okay, trying to manifest that. So, you know, I feel like your wish is to have this Wheel of Fortune, is to have some changes in your life, to make this wheel turn. I do believe that you do have a specific wish here, you know, but it does have to do with, you know, in order to achieve this, I think that you need changes. Some change has to occur here in order to turn the wheel for you and to achieve this wish, okay? So the Eight of Wands is showing up as what's crossing you. This is changes and or fast news coming in here, okay? It can be developments as well. And it's showing up with the High Priestess and the Hermit. So you could have some news coming in here. They could be spiritual. You could be getting messages possibly, you know, coming to you through your dreams, maybe visions, and just thoughts, right? Sometimes we, you know, we can think about things that are spiritual. It's, you know, we just have these thoughts that are, it's not about anything that is really tangible, right? I'm not sure if I'm explaining that well, but this Eight of Wands here is what's crossing you. So there's either news coming in very fast, and you may need to be really spiritual about the situation, and, you know, be the Hermit and the High Priestess at the same time. This is seriously spiritual, and, you know, this is spiritual to the bone. Okay, you could be dealing with a Virgo, Gemini as well. The other thing that could be happening here, there could be some changes coming in, some developments regarding this wish. You know, the Wheel of Fortune talks about fated changes. Regarding this wish, but there is something very spiritual that needs to take place, or that is taking place at this time. You could be also possibly just having an epiphany, you know, with this. You could be just having some spiritual news coming to you. But I think that, you know, there are changes here on the horizon here that is affecting, you know, trying to turn the wheel, so to speak, okay, with the Eight of Wands, all right? The Eight of Wands is, you know, it is new sometimes, but it is also, it can be fast growth, and it can be changes coming in, or developments. So why this is all happening is the Devil card. The Devil card is, you know, ruled by Capricorn, of course. There may be somebody you are dealing with. You could be dealing with a Capricorn. And, you know, there could be something toxic here, all right? And this is why this is all happening. You could be going spiritual because there's something toxic here. Or there could just be fear. The Devil can talk about, you know, somebody being stuck. They're just stuck in their fear. You know, there's 3 people here chained. Yeah, so you could be dealing with somebody who's toxic, somebody who lies possibly, somebody with, you know, toxic issues. Because somebody is coming out of the cold here. They could be coming out of the cold from a third-party situation. It's a possibility. Venus is in retrograde right now, and it's causing all kind of issues with relationships and unions, right? So, you know, you could be, somebody could just be totally afraid here, stuck with the Devil energy. But they're coming, someone's coming out of the cold here, and somebody can be making plans here with this Three of Wands, okay? They're turning their back, though. I feel like somebody was left out in the cold, and or somebody left somebody out in the cold. That could be too. And they're turning their back on a situation. They're turning their back and looking for something else, possibly, you know, with this man looking out into the ocean. And they could be leaving somebody out in the cold here, turning their back, because there's something toxic here that is totally affecting maybe your, you know, your quest to manifest this wish. I feel like there's a wish here that you're trying to, you know, that you're trying to make work for you, that you're trying to manifest, Gemini. In the recent past, we have the Queen of Wands here showing up at the Tower, and the Nine of Swords. So, you know, in the past there was a breakup, there could have been a shakeup, there could have been a third party. We do have a 3 here. The Devil has a 3 here. There's a 3 over here on this 5 of Swords. And we do have some manipulation possibly over here with the King of Cups. Also, the Knight of Cups is showing up twice in your reading, Gemini, in the reverse. So the Knight of Cups in the reverse can be creative blockages. It can also be that, you know, there's possibly an offer you don't want to deal with. Okay? Or somebody is also, too, somebody can be Sometimes they're pouring their cup out, or they don't want to offer their cup. Okay, so we'll get over there in just a minute, Gemini. Let's stick to where we are here in the reading. Why this is all happening. Somebody's coming in from out of the cold and they're turning their back on a situation. Okay, I feel like they're turning their back on something toxic. Okay, so you know, in the recent past, we have the Queen of Wands here. You could be dealing with an Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius, Gemini. But I feel like in the past, somebody took action here because they were, you know, they were up at night. They were full of worry and concern and sadness over a tower moment. So in the past, there was either a breakup or a powerful realization about something, all right? And whatever this is, this tower moment, it did make you or somebody, whoever you're dealing with, really sad here and just, you know, kind of like rock their world here. They're sitting in bed, you know, having, just crying here. So what's consciously affecting you, Gemini, is the Nine of Cups. So the Nine of Cups is down here again in the latter part of your reading. You know, there is a wish here. There's a serious wish here, and it can be about money. It can be about money and love, because the bottom of the deck we had the Knight of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles, which can talk about stability. I feel like you're trying to manifest something here, possibly a new beginning. Yeah, after a tower moment, and after somebody was like left out in the cold here. You know, this can also be creative. It doesn't really have to be necessarily, but let's go here about love. I feel like this is a relationship, but it can be about something, some type of blockages as well, okay? So the Knight of Cups in the reverse can also mean blockages, like creative blockages, all right? You are not able to push your, you know, kind of move forward with your dreams here. And this tower moment over here doesn't necessarily have to be a breakup. It can just be something that happened, something totally collapsed here, okay? But somebody is getting their courage. I think this is you getting your courage, you know, embodying this Queen of Wands energy, okay? Or you are dealing with an Aries, Leo, or Sag. Now, here, the Nine of Cups, consciously affecting you, the wish card with the Six of Cups and the Knight of Cups in the reverse. You could be trying to manifest, you know, there could be a soulmate here that you want very badly, or you could just be, you know, working on this creative project. Okay, something very creative, possibly, and you feel like there's blockages or there's some type of frustration here, okay? Yeah, you could be dealing from somebody from the past could be your wish as well, okay? And something happened, you know, with this offer, this Knight of Cups in the reverse. There's either frustration or there is some type of blockages. But with these three cups here, these can be this can be love, but this can also be creativity, okay? Let's go on here, and you guys will know, okay? You Geminis will know, you know, which is really resonating with you here. But we are definitely talking about some money here because your Oracle card talks about prosperity, and so do the cards at the bottom of the deck, okay? So the Six of Pentacles is in your near future, Gemini, showing up with the Eight of Swords in the reverse and the King of Cups. You know, the Six of Pentacles talks about you could be receiving gifts and or money. This can be, you know, this can be the lottery. This can be many forms of, you know, monetary gain here. But you could be receiving some gifts. You could also be, you know, possibly balancing a situation where money is involved. There could be, you know, an equal give and take in a situation. Now, this could also be a third party. I just have to bring that up because we have three here. We have the Devil, the Towers here. The Five of Swords is showing up with three people. And, you know, by golly gee, you know, I hope not, but you know, it could be about a third party here. I say that because the King of Cups is in the reverse here with the Eight of Swords in the reverse. So in the near future, you're definitely releasing yourself from a situation, from some type of conflict where you felt stuck, possible self-inflicted here. But, you know, if you're going through a bunch of shit, you know, we can do that to ourselves, right? Because it's so compelling, the energy that we may be dealing with. Now, the Six of Pentacles in the near future, the King of Cups is here in the reverse. You're definitely releasing yourself from a situation. You could be releasing yourself from somebody who is, you know, just really no good. You know, an emotional fucker, somebody who is possibly an alcoholic, somebody who is lying, somebody who is scheming, somebody who is weak, okay? The King of Cups is weak. He's emotionally weak, and therefore he manipulates. So, you know, the near future, you could be releasing yourself possibly from this person, whoever this may be. This could be, you know, your own energy. I feel like this is somebody else. And you could have give and take here. You could have an equal exchange here in your near future with the Six of Pentacles showing up and these other two cards that are clarifying that, okay? You could also be, you could be engaging in a third party in the future here. I feel like this is more that you are releasing yourself from somebody, you know, who is just an emotional asshole, you know, somebody who drinks too much. It could be a drug user, a liar, schemer, manipulator, but I think you're releasing yourself from that in the near future, and you're trying to find balance, okay? So here with the Moon card, you're seeing yourself as the Moon. You know, you could be seeing yourself as having some seriously intense feelings. You know, you definitely want something. You have the Wish card, and the Star card here. And you're seriously spiritual over here. This could be somebody else's energy, right, in your reading. I feel like this is you, though, trying to be really spiritual or needing to be. Remember? So practical intuition is in your oracle, and the Hermit and the High Priestess is here in what is challenging you or what is crossing you. So the Moon card, you know, this can talk about spirituality. This can also talk about a lot of things. It can talk about illumination, you know, where things were hidden before, but it can simply also talk about the unknown here and or confusion and anxiety, okay? There could be secrets here too with the Moon because of so much unknown. So you're seeing yourself as, I feel like you're seeing yourself as going through some super intense feelings here, possibly a spiritual transformation over here with the High Priestess and the Hermit. You could be seeing yourself as also just kind of being in the dark here, being in the unknown, or having so much unknown in your life. Maybe there's something you really want to know about. All right? And this is why you may be taking on, you may need to, or you may be taking on the High Priestess and the Hermit, because that is totally spiritual. Okay? These are like the two, kind of like the two sorcerers in the deck. I mean, the Magician, right? But the Hermit here is a spiritual card. You know, he's definitely going within. He's trying to shine the light on the situation. And the High Priestess, she is, you know, she lives within. She is, you know, like a witch, right? A good witch. She's trying to, you know, she figures things out spiritually. She uses her intuition to guide her, okay, whenever there are any doubts here. So, you know, with the Moon card showing up here, you are, I feel like you just feel like, you know, you're seeing yourself as maybe going through a lot of anxiety here, maybe, or confusion. And I feel like this has to do with the unknown. Whatever this confusion or anxiety is, it's about something that's not known. Maybe it's something that, you know, you want to uncover here. We do have, you know, a possible liar here with the King of Cups in your environment, which can create a lot of the unknown, okay? We also have this kind of punky situation over here in the hopes and fears coming out of that. But you're seeing yourself as, you know, maybe not taking care of yourself here, but wanting a new start. Okay, the Empress is in the reverse. You could be dealing with a Cancerian. It could be that simple as well here. But I feel like you are in the unknown, and you don't feel like things are really productive here right now, or fertile, or growing, okay? You could not be, it's possible you're not taking care of yourself, taking good care of yourself because you're up in this anxiety and confusion. But definitely you're seeing yourself as wanting to offer a pentacle. You could be wanting this yourself, somebody to offer this to you, but I feel like you're seeing yourself as wanting a new start, a new tangible start with the Page of Pentacles. And you could be seeing yourself that way because something did not grow because there was so much of the unknown involved. Okay? And, you know, you want to be out in the light. The Page of Pentacles is standing out in the bright light, trying to have a new start or offer his pentacle to somebody. Now, the environment is the Sun card. There could be a Leo involved here, but I feel like this is really, you know, there's happiness here, or there's clarity, okay? And there's clarity because the moon was next door over here, and now the sun is showing up, okay? So the sun is shining the light on a matter, okay? On something that is a wish, something that is really important with the Nine of Cups to you, Gemini. But this wish also has to do with you being left out in the cold, or you leaving somebody out in the cold here, okay? There could be a lack of something too that is leading to, you know, maybe this lack needs to be like replenished, or, you know, this lack needs to possible. There could be a lack of something here that is, you know, standing in the way of your wish, maybe. Because the Sun card is definitely shining the light on a situation. It could be, you know, opening up your mind here, or opening up your vision here to, you know, some type of a wish here that you want, where maybe you need to leave somebody out in the cold. You might need to leave somebody behind here. Okay, and it could be this person over here in your near future who is the King of Cups in the reverse. The Devil's here too, and the Tower card's here. So you probably do need to leave somebody out in the cold, and, you know, in order to fulfill this wish and have this happiness. Your hopes and fears was the Four of Swords in the reverse here, and that talks about, you know, restlessness. It can also just talk about coming out of this reflection. You know, you don't want to be there anymore, and it's shown up with the Five of Swords in the reverse and the Queen of Swords. So I feel like you just want to, you know, kind of decide on a matter, or, you know, cut something out possibly in your hopes and fears. And you are, you know, the Queen of Swords is looking at things and analyzing things and making a decision, or, you know, coming to a conclusion, okay? So your hopes and fears, you know, you are wanting to definitely cut something out here that was making you feel defeated, okay, or third party, or, you know, making you feel punked and just screwed with mentally, maybe, okay? Maybe you are just trying to, you know, cut out fighting in a situation here, but you are definitely just, you know, your hope is just to come out of this fighting here. I feel like you're doing it, whoever you're dealing with this Five of Swords energy. And the Five of Swords has 3 people here. So this could be a third party here as well. You could just be dealing with somebody who's, you know, just super shitty, you know, and not realizing maybe what they have with you, Gemini. But if this is indeed about love, I feel like this is about love. And we do have the Knight of Cups in the reverse twice, okay? Yeah, you know, I feel like you had a wish, and it's to be with somebody maybe from your past. Possibly. Or to be with a soulmate. or this wish could be surrounding surrounding kids, okay? Surrounding maybe a family, maybe children. Yeah. So now, you know, this is in your hopes and fears. You're hoping to cut this out. I feel like you're doing it too, okay? You're cutting out this negative, mind-screwing, bullying, possibly third party, just somebody who totally wants to win, okay? And this could be this King of Cups here in your near future. And this could be happening now, though, because time in the tarot, Gemini, is, you know, it's just not predictable. You know, it's not precise. It's not on point at all. So, you know, this person that you are trying, this energy you're trying to release yourself from, you're hoping to cut out. I feel like you are. And I feel like you are also becoming detached from a situation in some way, because you know that that is the only way to, you know, release this, so to speak. And I feel like it is this person who is the King of Cups in the reverse, and possibly the Devil over here, okay? So we have your outcome here. Your outcome, Gemini, is the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse, with the Emperor and the Knight of Cups in the reverse again. So there's something that's disappointing to you. There's some type of offer that either didn't work out for you, or you could be rejecting it too. Now, there could be some creative blockages as well in your life right now. And that is affecting you too, okay? It doesn't necessarily have to be about love. It could be both. But here, the Seven of Pentacles is in the reverse. So, you know, you've already decided, you were waiting and you were checking something out. This is your outcome. You've decided on a matter, and more often than not, you've decided that something is not that great. There's some situation here where you feel like, you know, you invested and it just didn't, you know, it didn't work for you. Or it wasn't worth your time, possibly. It wasn't worth the investment. You could have also just made a decision here. But usually when you make this decision with the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse, it is kind of a negative. Like, I don't think this was good for me. And in your outcome, you are taking on the Emperor energy. You know, you could be dealing with an Aries here. I feel that you are just taking control of your life. And, you know, here is the Queen of Swords here. You're taking control. You're setting boundaries. You are letting people know, I'm running my life here. Okay? And this is about your foundation. The Emperor, he makes decisions about his home, his empire, his family, his job. Well, we know what his job is. But he does, you know, he totally is the king of all kings. So he takes control and he provides structure within his domain, within his castle, within his environment. So you're deciding in your outcome that something really wasn't worth it, and you're taking control of the situation. And I feel like you are deciding that some offer, you're deciding that some offer was not worth it, was worth your time, or you're deciding not to offer your cup to somebody. You could also be, you know, coming to a conclusion here that something creative is being blocked here for you in your outcome, okay? That creativity could have to do with the star here in the in your overall energy, okay? You're going to know what that is, Gemini, whether or not. I feel like this is love here. This is a relationship, but I feel like there may be something else in here as well. Something that has to do with, you know, a wish that you want, and it could be something regarding creativity or a project or trying to expand on something like that. But I am wishing you lots of love here, Gemini. Don't forget to use your intuition. It did show up here in your oracle, okay? And also the Hermit and the High Priestess, seriously talking about spirituality, you know. So I'm wishing you lots of love here, guys. And please give a thumbs up, share, subscribe, make comments. Those are always, you know, really cool to read, okay? Lots of love here and power and light, Gemini.